Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. Good morning. I'm back with another video. Claressa was crashing out on Facebook last night in the comment section because she wanted to repost something and she did not like the feedback, which she should have known. I mean, come on. They would like telling her in the comments, like, girl, like, why are you even going? Why are you even doing this? So she crashed out. And you know her rule that she had to let the whole world know is she doesn't have any sex 6 weeks before her fights. So she don't know what Papoose could be doing, who he could be dipping in and out of right now. And her insecurity always shows loud and clear because she just reacts, even though she's always reacting. But you can tell when they went to Aruba how she came back acting so calm, cool, and collected. And here she is now because she has a fight coming up and she has to train and she's trying to put this big smile on her face like she's so happy about it. But I don't think so. I think she wants to be an influencer. She wants to be able to drink, party, have fun, and be with Papoose. That's really what I think all she wants. If she didn't have to box to make money, I don't even think she'd do it anymore. That's why she has to constantly stay surrounded by people because she hates being by herself. Let's get into these comments because they was chewing her up, which she deserved, okay? Now, this is what she initially reposted. This is what the person said, right? Let's hold on one second. So the person said, I'd be so glad I'm not you bees because y'all can't possibly think that it's okay to walk up to a man and start conversation with him about the woman that he's dealing with. What the F do y'all ever sit back and think like, damn, he probably think I'm a weirdo now or really a hater. Yes, effing doo-doo heads. I would never give you bees the satisfaction of speaking on y'all. Y'all be so fanned out and the loser in you bees be so loud. So this is what she reposted and she puts message, you dumb bees inboxing my man Papoose is diabolical. That's why we block y'all. Just yuck. Yo, she sounds so stupid. Like, I'm not even kidding right now. What are you talking about? So apparently women are inboxing Papoose. I don't know how she's getting this information. Is he telling her this? Does she have access to his socials? Is she seeing this for her own eyes? Because a lot of people say that she's always replying from his page, trying to make us think it's him. So maybe she just has the access to already see what's in his inbox. Because now that she's supposedly in training camp and maybe not around him, she wants to see his activity online. And then for her to sit here and say, you dumb bees inboxing my man, hello, is that not how you got with him? From inboxing him? And he made it 1,000% crystal clear that you inboxed him first. You got at him first. So for you to sit here and say message, you sound crazy. You really, really sound crazy. Like, I really wish you would wake up and stop basing your life around this man just crippling your career over him. It's not that much love in the world. Especially not to one that is still married to his wife with a tattoo of her face on his arm that you have to look at. It's real, like she's really, really hell-bent over him. And it's really sad to see. Now let's get into this other message. This person said, now, Claressa, I stand with you when you're right, but baby, you should have just sat this one out. They finna eat you up in these comments. She replies and says, Tarna, I guess her name, I'll blaze you down to the damn ground. Go away, lunch lady. Like, this is all she can reply with. What do you mean I'll blaze you down to the damn ground? Like, what are you talking about? How are you going to blaze her down to the ground? You're never going to see this woman in person ever in life. How are you going to blaze her down to the ground? Like, you sound like you're in elementary school. Let's look at this other comment. The person said, ain't no fun when the rabbit got that gun. She said, what I should have spelled it out. What GUN are you talking about? Look at you, loser bees. You know what? I think that it is just eating her up alive, because the way she responds and how she tries to overlook it and act like she's just this innocent person is ridiculous. You would have been better off not even saying anything, not even reposting anything. For you to say message when that's literally what you did just shows how I don't even know how your mind is even operating when it comes to this man, or to this leech, I should say. And it's funny because she knows exactly what this person means when they said ain't no fun when the rabbit got that GUN. She knows what they mean. And then she says, what GUN are you talking about? You know exactly the one they're talking about. Here's the next one. Someone put fair game, babes. And she says, y'all inboxing him, begging him to get back with his ex. You bees are losers. Now, this is kind of confirming that she has seen those messages with her own eyes. I don't even think Papoose, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. I do not think that Papoose is going to sit and speak to Claressa and say to her, yeah, so women are inboxing me, trying to get with me, or saying that I should get back with Remy. I don't even see him doing that. Like, I really don't. So she must have access to his DMs, his social, probably his Insta, because I don't really see him. I don't really think he interacts on any other social other than Instagram. I could be wrong. He could have other accounts, but the DMs just sounds like Instagram to me. That's what that sounds like. So she's actively watching because she can't be with him, can't have sex with him. So she's watching his every move. Why? Because she doesn't trust him. That's why. Because if you really did and you were secure and you knew this man wasn't doing anything, you wouldn't give a F. But you clearly do. I thought she was supposed to be away at training camp, possibly away from her phone for a couple of days. All she's doing is going to the gym, working out, coming home, watching social media, checking his inbox, seeing what's going on. And then for her to say, y'all inboxing him, begging him to get back with his ex, who's doing that? Because Remy is happy how she is right now. At this point, I personally do not want them to get back together. It's too much damage that has been done, too much disrespect. You can't even repair something like this, even though it's a marriage. But at this point, it seems like Remy has moved on. No one is sitting here begging for them to get back together. Why don't you show those messages then, Claressa? Let us see what these people are saying about him getting back with Remy, or them wanting him to get back with Remy. Because I don't even see that. I don't even believe that. She's sitting back watching Remy shine and be successful and pay her dust, and she don't like that. So here she goes trying to reel her back into a conversation. Nobody gives a F about him but you and whoever else he could possibly be dealing with on the side, because clearly you feel a way about something. Let's look at the other message. They said, karma stings, doesn't it? She goes, baby, what karma? We pay you bees dust, losers. For you to say we pay you dust, you're not, because you're replying. Like, don't you understand? If you paying dust means you do not interact. You don't pay attention. You don't speak on it. You do not care. That's what paying dust means. Do you understand what that term means? Because you're doing the exact opposite, commenting on every single person that is just getting under your skin. And the laughing emojis and calling people losers, No, no, no. You're very, very mad. You're very bothered by what people are saying. And you're clearly looking at his social and you don't like whatever's going on in his DMs. Because he would be crazy to sit and talk about what's in his DMs with you. Like, is it that deep? It's really not. Let's look at another message. This one is funny. They said, he is a free agent, ain't he? And she said, what are you talking about, loser B? That's her reply to everybody, calling somebody a loser, a B. Like, you're replying, so who is the loser? Like, seriously, who's the loser if you're constantly responding to people that you don't know? But that probably got under her skin because he is a free agent, meaning like, isn't he single? He don't have nobody that's serious. That's how she took it. Either way, you don't care that he's married. He wasn't a free agent when he got with her, and he still ain't a free agent. But she doesn't care. And this is the last one. They said, didn't you do that very thing though? And she said, girl, I invited him to my fight and he was damn single. Shut y'all salty ASS's up. You invited, and this is the thing. I wish after she replied to this that person would have said, why didn't you invite Remy to the fight? Weren't y'all friends at that time? Like, I want to see her, even though she probably won't respond to a comment like that, but I just would have liked if that person would have replied back with that, because at least she would have seen it. Even if she didn't respond back, because she was actively on here looking at the comments. That would have been the perfect time to reply back and say, why didn't you invite Remy to the fight? You and her were DMing each other at that time. Y'all were cool. Because she's not being called out on that enough. She's not being called out on that at all. Everybody overlooks that. Nobody, people sit and act like, didn't Remy cheat? This and that. It's like, we do not know what happened other than what Remy put out and what Papoose put out. And the dates add up. The timelines are there for a reason. So we went back and we checked and realized, okay, this looks crazy. What Remy says makes sense. Papoose said he wrote 90% of Remy's raps, then why is she doing great right now without you? Why? Why is that? And if you guys had met for the supposed first time at that fight, how did you know he was single? How? How did you know that? Acting like that was the first time y'all met, ever had a conversation, this and that. You just DM'd him, said, come to my fight. He came, and that's what it was. You think we're supposed to believe that? No. And single, you can't be single when you're married. You can either be married or divorced. You can only be single when you are not married, when you're just dating. That's what single is about. You're never single if you are married until you get divorced. Then you are single. So he was not single. You need to understand, the same way you were getting upset over what people are saying about girls supposedly being in his inbox DMing him, that's exactly how you got him though. That's exactly how you got him. And now you're upset about it? Shame. A huge shame on all parts when it comes to her and Papoose. Guys, let me know what you think about this. That's it for this video. I am working on another video. I have to get it out today because I will be going out of town for a couple of days. So I'm trying to get some videos in. Hopefully I'll be able to post at least something in the short section while I'm away, because I won't have my laptop. I will not be able to do a video. But I'm going to try to do some shorts while I'm away. If not, I'll be back in a couple of days. But I do have another video that I want to get out before I head out of town. So guys, thank you for watching. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. Please hype the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to all of you again soon.